Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the journey of life. And many people do not understand what the journey of life is really all about. So I want to explain for you, and if it makes sense to you and it really resonates with you, then it is definitely for you. Now, the journey of life is from humanity to divinity. In other words, when you're born in this world, that is your entrance into the physical realm, whereby you're now having a human experience. But originally, your thought evolved being. Let me explain it and break it down for you. Now, your mother and your father couldn't come together to express themselves in the sexual act unless it was for a thought or for an idea in their mind. And you are the expression of that thought. They were involved in the creative process, or in the process of creating. And they were creating one like themselves. And it all started with desire. So actually, in order to create, you must first have a desire, a burning desire. So when you understand what I'm saying to you from the physical sexual realm, then you'll understand when I speak to you from the psychological and spiritual realm, when I say to you that a desire is a spiritual sensation. And when you believe and act upon that which you do not see, but you feel, when the manifestation comes about, that is the creation process that is finished. And you will come into Sabbath, you will come into rest, which means you will no longer have the desire to create that thing because you already have seen the evidence of it. Now, let me take that same thing and show you it in the physical act of sex. When the creation process is finished, the soft part of the man, between the man thigh, shrinks. And that is right in the Bible, in Genesis, where it tells you concerning Jacob wrestling with the angel and holding on to get that blessing and wouldn't let go until he get that blessing. So what I'm really trying to get across to you is that you must understand that the journey of life is from humanity to divinity. So you have a divine self. You have a spiritual self, which is that inner self. So your physical body is the soul in physical form, and the soul is a body in spirit form. You understand that? As long as you understand that, you realize that you are both visible and invisible. This is the visible you. But this visible you is not the real you. That is why when your expiry date comes for you to live in this house will be buried 6 feet down. And the very voice that you're hearing here, you wouldn't hear that voice anymore. The person used to move around, you wouldn't see that person moving anymore. He's gone back to the source where he came from. Now you have to understand which source am I speaking about. Now, many people speak about God, but do not know that God in man is actually man's imagination. Man, non-physical self. Your invisible self. Therefore, your imagination is both omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. And any way that you can actually travel in your imagination, you can actually go there, physically speaking. And that secret is Joshua 1 and verses 3. So my brother, my sisters, when I said to you that the journey of life is from humanity to divinity, I'm saying to you that there comes a time in your life when you will discover that your real identity is not your ethnicity. Your real identity is your divinity, knowing your divine self. And when you discover your divine self, you would know what is your ability. You would know how to use your creativity. And to prove what I'm saying to you, just look at nature and you will realize that the journey of life is being played out in nature, whereby every river ends in a sea. So you're going through your river experience to your sea of knowledge. The sea have no beginning and no end. It's a circle. But a river, you can chase a river from where it ends in the sea, which represents eternity. And you can go right, chase the river and go right to the very start of where that river starts. Okay? But that river has many different levels that it must come through before it can actually become a true river. And then at the old age stage of the river is where many uses of the river have been used by man. But the middle stage and so on, and the youthful stage of the river is where the river is more violent, it moves with more force. You understand? So too with our life. When we start to become older, we start to become more calm and more relaxed and start to become more thinking persons. So, my brother, my sisters, it is very important for you to discover your higher self and your true self and understand this journey. Now, as I come here to a close, I want to say to you, when you understand the journey, you realize also that it's a dream. And you must wake out of the dream, because that's when you will definitely discover your true self. And then you will realize also that it's a great psychological drama has all been taking place on this planet. And that it's all a game. And you either learn how to play the game or be played by the game. That is why self-knowledge is power. So you need to have knowledge of yourself and understand this journey from humanity to divinity. So, let your greatest ambition in life be to discover who you are. That has always been my greatest ambition in life. From a little boy growing up, I wanted us to know who am I for myself, and know for myself who is God. And I'm saying to you, when you discover God, you discover yourself. And when you discover yourself, you discover God. And you know that God is energy, vibration, and frequency. And that you are energy, vibration, and frequency. And then you will understand how to operate the elements of earth, wind, water, fire. And you being the fifth element, you are the spirit. You are the creator. Therefore, my brother, my sisters, God and man are one. Accept your God self. Believe in your God self and start to operate in your God self by using your imagination to create your reality consciously. And for you to do that, you have to learn to practice visualization, practice affirmation, practice meditation, scripting, journaling, mirror work, and all of these things you must do to help you to grow and to reprogram your subconscious mind from the old beliefs that were given to you, that was keeping you in mental slavery and keeping you from understanding that the journey of life is from humanity to divinity. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, just an invitation for you to discover your divine self. And the greatest mystery can never be known intellectually. It must be by experience. And that is why many people who live in what they refer to as third world countries, they are trapped in intellectualism and false education. But true knowing is experiential. So, do not speak from what others say, but learn to get your experience. That's why I'm saying you must do these things that I'm saying for you to do, because that's the practical. Me here speaking is just the theory to give you information. But unless you put the things to work in your life and go to bed night after night with your desire, and when you wake up in the morning and so on and go into your visualization concerning what you want, and then at a certain time you let it go, unless you never do these things, you will never prove what I'm saying to you. Okay? So let me come here to a close by saying to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me, what I'm saying makes sense to you and it really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encourage you to subscribe, comment, or to share this video. Also, if you feel strongly led to follow me, you can check me out on Instagram at BlackMadGuru or on TikTok at the same BlackMadGuru. Also, if you would like to be a part of my Patreon community, I definitely encourage you to do so, and we have a course there called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. Peace.